I'm a product of schools, and at least some of the schools can be described as death traps.
Frankly speaking, the structure is so bad that even you and myself would not like to put our animals under it.
We are pleading His Excellency we are pleading on him so that he can help us and build a school building for us so that we can study for a better future.
Go and come another day.
Go and come another day.
Little children want to play.
Little children want to play.
Rain, rain, go away.
Rain, rain, go away.
A very apt rhyme to start the day at Ranger DA School in the Karachi Chimuru district of the Volta region. With such school structures, pupils have no choice but to repeat this rhyme and appeal to whoever is in charge of the universe to suspend the rains, especially during school hours. This time, not for the children to play, but for them to learn. At a nearby school in Chinderi SDA GHS, pupils planning to write the basic education certificate examinations next year do not have the luxury of time, so they plead to a higher power to stop the rains.
Papa is slow. Bonibia Fache, Nati and Pipe. Papa had the bonnier for Yansen Fatasi Bejunani. Number one minti. Papa, the slow. So Bema is you beton papa slow to Chamumai. Namay in Siadi. Papa, if you say you ta a best say a class in the intimacy. Papa is showing peasants are Baba into a slow. Man's you to win it or the basic. Amen.
They do this every morning. About 56 schools are under trees, in mud houses with thatch roofs or under sheds. So when the clouds gather, the pupils have no choice than to run home for shelter.
Anytime it rains, the water comes into the class, and the teacher cannot also stand in the water. And anytime we are writing, if it is raining, we see the water spoiling our books, so we can't learn.
So what do you do?
Then, because of the rain, we don't get time to study again, so they close us. And when it is getting to exams, you see we didn't treat some topics, so they can set a question that we didn't treat, and most of us fail because of that.
God knows what is good for his children. So when God allowed the rain to come, fine. But we pray to him that he shouldn't distract our class.
So do you remember one day that you prayed and then it really rained? What did you say to yourself when that happened?
I thought that God, I said to myself, because we were treating a topic that is very important. Every topic is important, but there is some topic which is very important. So when it is about to rain, we pray that God should listen to our prayers, but it rains and we.
Chickenpox is under what? Contagious disease.
On this occasion, the pupils' prayer appeared to have been answered. The teachers have therefore resorted to starting classes ahead of normal school hours so that pupils can get more hours of learning. But that is only if the rains don't pour in the mornings.
That's a lot, plenty. We can't mention all, but a few is sometimes our lessons are cut short. We have to come back, we can't complete our syllabus, just like other schools have to finish because our times are cut short. Sometimes too, when we come just after the rain, we can't be in the class because it will be leaking. So we stay outside and maybe do the lessons outside. That's what we do. We start lesson at 8:30 or 8 o'clock. But we come here as early as 6:30 and start our lessons in order to cope or capture those missing lost time. That's what we do here.
At a nearby school, Kwadjefo DA, all classes are in the sheds with thatch roofs. Established about 35 years ago, some of the pupils do not have chairs. While some of the classrooms have straw walls, others are without any screens at all, leaving the pupils vulnerable to distractions by goats freely roaming the school compound.
One way is in Ashanti region. In Ghana, Kente started.
If you missed it, Kente has been spelled as Kante. Some parents recall being pupils in the same school and are disappointed that their children are studying under the same appalling conditions they used to.
82 na yashase wo ha ya wo teacher ni bi na old soldier ona share yasa na wodi ya share school na 1982 na apatana yabo ya papa no na o maba ma 1 2 3 4 apata na P1 4 na chese omo di yang ashase na yashase class 1 tisama no kutayensa na omo di teachers kakra bi zakaho yenyina ye de kakra na so hwa ya papa na mo ne kuro no mbuwa ne fa asafo djuma ene ye kwa ya benyina na chese ye gusu saa bedru mrebi to hwa ne mfefo ye no mo sha ase na hwa nde hwa kinsas ha wo kurum ha ndo bo mo se sa kinsas no yanga ya sha ase no ba ko na ya assistant headmaster ho the day to no hwa school na ya sha ase no ache nso ne nyina afrekuro no mbua na chese ni chese ampunto bi amma chese apatakuro no ana eda sete besinde apata na ye sha ase no eno ana ye womu a besinde chese ho a nansa bi kuro na chese ye nkulufo no be 19 kufuo mreso ana ye boy hombode na ya kuro na ya asafo djuma na ya sisi no ma bi bibi ti sa tokwame nti sa tokwame ne bedum bibi na chese akrak na chese ye hunkula mrebi kula na banda na dan bua ato bisunta ma manfo kura ebi no start yi o mo mba free ha e ko chendere se no me ma me bante na atakwa me dan mu na bibi amba eden ambe bua nko on sa ta ma manfo be yi nkan nya school nkoda nko mo te hani.
Out of the blue, the clouds quickly gather. Pupils gather their books ready to run out. One of them goes to the rescue of the national flag hanging from the pole in the middle of the school compound.
I said when but we ready to my them. But some things need to be said and can you let it out to the basket? I will get into this thing.
That's how school ended that day.
One day you go be, one day you go be. But when one day will come, one day you go be, one day you go be. But when one day will come, they say the only time parliamentarians they agree is when they talk about raising their own salary. One day you go be, one day you go be. But when one day will come.
I go back to Chinderi SDA Primary School, where pupils earlier prayed to God to stop the rain. I find some of the pupils trapped in the classrooms. This time, the thatch roof only strains the heavy downpour, but confines the pupils to a section of the classroom. Ofosu Emmanuel, who prayed against the rains earlier, is disappointed.
What I feel right now is we couldn't learn at all. I can say we couldn't learn at all because we have to learn each subject today, but we learned only 2 of them. We didn't even finish the second subject or the topic. We didn't finish, and it started raining, so we have to close. We closed. Continuous like this, I can't think we can finish, and we can't pass very well because if you don't know something, you can't explain it, so we cannot finish it. It is all because, like when we have infrastructure or school building, like we will not close or we will not pray that it shouldn't rain. It's because we don't have the infrastructure. Look at, we have closed and we don't have a comfortable place to learn.
At 10 a.m., Ofosu and his friends head home after the rains. They now have to decide what to do with their spare time. We follow him back home and he settles down to study. That is the only way to catch up with other pupils whose classes are not distracted by the rains.
As at now, I'm in the house. I found something to eat and I'm reading now. I'm trying to get something in my head and I'm trying as much as possible to pass my BEC and go to secondary and eventually become a doctor. But if I didn't pass, I've tried. I've done my best. So as at now, I'm reading. I'm trying to get something in my head.
On my way to visit another school, I find other pupils busily playing in ponds. Many schools in the district with bad infrastructure had closed for the day. Lessons are determined by the severity of rains in June, July, August, and also any other month that the rain pours. A new day at Indesela DA Primary School. The wood supporting the classrooms is rotten. There is a huge crack in the middle of the wall and it could fall any time. Parts of the roof have been ripped off by strong winds. In fact, this building has been marked as a death trap by the Kratchi in Chimuru District Assembly, but pupils are studying in this classroom. Pupils kneel and squat on the bare floor to study. One can imagine their attention span as they kneel to soak up knowledge.
There are several levels of inequality, but this building right here widens the inequality between urban and rural schools. I'm getting in to find out exactly what is happening here.
38. Yes, now look. This is class combined with 3. I have P1, KG1 and KG2.
P1,
KG1 and KG2.
That is three classes in one.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Well, lack of classrooms. You can even see I am under some teaching them. Some in the classroom they are sweating seriously. And this thing happened on the 23rd of February this year. And I wrote a report to my CS to be given to the office. But yesterday, I didn't see any response from them.
So how does it feel like teaching in a classroom like this? Are the children picking up what you teach them?
Sometimes they pick up, but it will not be like under a condition which will be better than this. If you're under a condition better than this, it will be faster than this under this condition. Because some are under the sun sweating, and their concentration is not going to be on the board. Their concentration is going to be on the sun rays scorching them. So they will be very soon, they will be very tired. So this impedes our teaching learning here very well.
So in case of a rainy day, what happens? Like yesterday, what happened? Yesterday it rained in this community.
So we close.
What time did you close?
Immediately the rain set. We close.
So what time exactly?
Yesterday it was around 9.
9. 9:20. And school was over?
Yes. So it rains up to 11 o'clock. I was in the school here. So I left around 12. So the children are told to go.
So now that you have 3 classes, how are you able to make sure that KG1, KG2 and Primary 1, how do you make sure that you teach them the right things? Because there are different levels.
KG1, KG2, they are growing up to what? P1. So I am trying to use P1 to teach all of them so that in case they get to that time, they will, that stage, it will not be difficult for them. And here is the case, the KG1, KG2 and KG1, when I came to the school, I have not seen any of the materials, like KG1 materials, teaching and learning materials.
You don't have the syllabus,
yes,
you don't have the course.
Yes.
So how are you able to?
I mean, that's why I said I use P1 as to teach both KG1 and KG2. Yes.
The school has just 3 teachers, so they have to be creative to engage all pupils. The Karachi Inchimuru District Education Officer, Justice Habib, is worried about the poor state of infrastructure, stressing some of the schools could collapse anytime.
For the infrastructure, my brother, West. And these are all attributes to our dismal performance. You go to some schools, frankly speaking, the structure is so bad that even you and myself would not like to put our animals under it, but you find children schooling under it. Children are eager to study. Teachers are eager to facilitate learning.
The Karachi Inchimuru District Education Office has taken note of about 56 schools that need urgent attention.
Actually, I'm a product of schools. I'm a product of schools and nurseries. I schooled at the DA primary. When you are coming to the district assembly, or if you are coming is on your left, I schooled there. And I was working as a customs officer. I left home about 32 years ago. And my brother, the situation is still the same. You see, you'll be in a classroom and a snake can fall from the thatch. Even though it's roofed, but it's roofed with a thatch. The urgent need, we have 367 classrooms. We have the figures, we have everything filed.
The Karachi Inchimuru District Chief Executive says although he is keen on constructing more schools in the district, his district does not generate much money, so he wants the central government and other development partners to come to their aid.
The common fund is apportioned. When the common fund comes, they will tell you use this percentage for this, use this percentage for that. We are doing our best, but it's not enough.
Plantain, Gary X, okro, ginger, ginger.
At Nafeba DA Primary, pupils have to ration learning. Aside waiting for teachers to finish with other classes before attending to them, pupils would also have to share blackboards. The assistant headmaster of Nafeba DA, Richard Bombom, said the poor infrastructure is demoralizing, but he chose to stay because of his passion for the children.
So for the children, we are now trying to, even those in class 5, if you ask them something about even class 3, most of them cannot answer.
Like what, for example?
I could remember when I was teaching them mass multiplication, I asked one of them 4 times 1. He's a male student. He couldn't answer 4 times 1 in class 5. So we're now telling the headmaster if there will be something, then we can't promote them like that. We can't promote them to move to class 6 whilst they are still not gotten the basis. So we are just starting, even those in class 5, sometimes I teach them with things in class 3, class 2 thereabouts. Even class 4 things they can't.
Richard Bonbon selected the best pupil in Primary 5 and I randomly asked them to spell house.
Hours.
That's it. House your friend House. Spell that means it.
Houes.
Yeah, for from. House.
House.
Yeah. Right.
Houre.
Again.
Houre.
R-E. Okay. So this is how we spell it. House. Say it, let me hear.
House.
Alright, that's how I spell house.
Pupils are also not motivated to study.
School no papa. School no so ba ebuya. Enti na make us school no papa. Ndro na ya ba no so amuna. And a teachers for say eden no papa. Yeti ho ansuo no ba ebuya. Mbra a teachers for person on point and ansuo no ba and on point na edwane ko fie. I don't have the book the teacher you use and teach me. But the rain is raining, the teacher will close house. My school is not good. I don't have the book the teacher you use and teach us. And the room is not good, but the rain is raining, we will run and go house. The rain is raining, the water will enter the room.
The Karachi Inchimu District Education Office is not happy with the performance of the pupils, and they also blame inadequate teachers as part of the problems facing education in the district.
We have many of our classrooms lying fallow, no teachers, empty classrooms. So definitely these children see that staying in school is useless, so they run back home. So we still have a lot of them as dropouts. Without fear of contradiction, I can say that we need more than 500 teachers to service our vacant classrooms as I sit now. To me, they are trying their best. The few teachers we have who are handling them, we always advise them, give them the necessary support to also give up their best. So we are trying, but it is not the best. It's just because the challenges are too many. Yeah, I have to admit, the grades are weak grades. They are not strong. That is the facts of the matter.
A big hair. It has a big hair. And a very small way.
Across the Volta Lake is the Sene East District.
So what's the name of this school and what class is this?
The district has 71 schools and 38 are in deplorable conditions needing urgent attention. Infrastructure challenges here are not different from the Karachi Inchimu district. This is Wayo Kope DA School. The school building, which was constructed by the community, has structural defects. Teachers fear holes in the walls would lead to school collapse soon. Unfortunately, 25 schools in this district have no textbooks.
As we speak now, you see, Sene East was carved from the mother district west, now Sene West. But as we speak now, not a single supply of textbooks. So those newly created schools we have in the system, no textbooks. No textbooks. So if the government could come in.
No textbooks for how many of the schools?
Estimate of about 20, 25. Because some have few. Others don't have at all. Those who don't have at all may be the 6 newly created ones. So the only thing we did was that we tried to fall on the old ones if they could help. Some singles, which is not enough for the schools to work with.
Teachers feel poor school infrastructure, no textbooks, and inadequate teachers are setting up the pupils to fail.
We have only 3 chalkboards for studies. And these 3 chalkboards due to the classroom. And then we have only 3 classrooms. That's why we have the 3 chalkboards for them.
So how are you able to manage teaching 6 classes with just 3 blackboards?
We have to combine the classes before we can use the board. We have to combine 5, 4, 6, and then KG1, KG2, and then P1, P2, and 3.
Supposing the next person's name is what?
Various governments have talked about eliminating schools and the trees, but the promises of ensuring that people study in good structures are yet to be realized.
It's not the best. I'm not happy, because if children study under deplorable situation or situations, you can't expect the best from them. And these children are our future leaders. As I said earlier, education is key to development. So we need to give them very good conditions. They should study under very good conditions so that they can also put up their best. The performance is below average. Catching Chumrum, the performance is below average, and I'm not happy.
Debbie, 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 Nansu Debbie, Debbie, Bada Bang. Debbie, 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 Nansu Debbie, Debbie, Bada Bang. One day you go be, one day you go be. But when one day go come, one day you go be, one day you go be. But when one day go come, they say the only time parliamentarians they agree is when they talk about raising their own salaries. The only time Koti go get bribe from me is February 20 and never. With the Meboa, she has had traffic problems. Oh yeah, so I know they bad why they had to build a mall there. Congestion is vexing, so the horns blare. La fire is rampant, all of we they slay. Sweet.